So, have you ever made a video that you were just super proud of, only to hit that wall where you realize you've only reached one audience in one language? Taking your content global is a huge, huge hurdle. Well, let's dive into a new tool that claims it has the answer, Vozo AI. And wow, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's not just one thing. You've got transcription, then translation, then you have to find voice actors, time the subtitles. It's this giant, complicated stack of jobs all piled on top of each other.
For a long, long time, this whole process has been, well, a complete nightmare for creators and companies. It's a massive pain point that's just been begging for a smarter solution.
And just look at this. This is the old way, the classic pipeline. It perfectly shows that pain. You start by getting a transcript, then you find a human translator, then you have to book voice actors, get them into recording sessions, manually line everything up in the video, and even after all that, you're still not done. It's slow, it costs a fortune, and honestly, it's just frustrating. So into all that chaos comes Vozo AI, and it's promising a totally new way to tackle this old, messy problem. So what is it really? Simply put, Vozo AI is a platform that wants to take all those steps we just saw and just collapse them into one single clean workflow. The idea is you upload your video and it just handles the rest. Or, that's the promise anyway. And here's a look at how it plans to do it. It's not just one trick, it's a whole toolkit. You've got AI dubbing to replace the need for voice actors, voice cloning so you can keep the original speaker's voice, lip sync to try and match the mouth movements, plus subtitles and a built-in editor so you can actually go in and tweak things yourself. Okay, but promises and shiny feature lists are one thing. Let's get real and take a look at how this all actually plays out when you're using the tool. All right, let's talk about voice cloning first. This stuff is seriously powerful, but it is not magic. The AI is going to do its best work under perfect lab conditions, right? Clean audio, one person speaking at a nice, steady pace. But the minute you throw in high emotion, a lot of slang, or people talking over each other, that's where it can start to get a little wobbly. You just got to set your expectations. And it's the exact same story with the lip sync. If you've got a nice, stable shot of someone talking directly to the camera, like a classic YouTube video, it can be shockingly good. But if your camera's at a side angle, or the person is moving around a lot, or they put their hands near their face, you're going to get more of those moments where you just go, something's not quite right. So, keeping all that in mind, this is what a realistic workflow looks like. Yeah, you upload the video, you let the AI do its thing with the transcription and the dubbing, and then, and this is the key part, you review it. You go in, you fix the translation, you double-check the tone, and you spot-check the timing to make sure it all feels right. And seriously, I want you to really look at this slide. Step 4 and Step 5, these are the steps that everyone wants to skip, and they are the steps everyone regrets skipping. The main takeaway here is that the AI output is a first draft. It might be an amazing first draft, but it's still a draft. It needs your eyes on it before it's ready. Okay, so knowing that a human review is absolutely part of the deal, let's figure out who this tool is really for. Is it actually the right fit for what you're doing? This breakdown here is perfect if you're a creator making tutorials or commentary videos, or you're on a marketing team localizing product demos, or you're an agency doing this at scale. Vozo could be an absolute game changer. But on the other hand, if your content is for, say, legal or medical fields where every single nuance matters, or if you're just looking for a magic one-click and done button, you should probably pass on this for now. All right, we cannot talk about a tool that can literally clone someone's voice and change what they appear to be saying without getting into the really serious stuff. This tech is incredibly powerful, and with that kind of power comes a massive amount of responsibility. And this is the question that every single one of us should be asking. It's not just about getting a cool result. It's about using this technology in a way that is safe, that's transparent, and that's ethical. And if you think this is some kind of abstract theoretical risk, just look at this number. The FTC reported nearly $3 billion in losses to impersonation fraud just this year. In the wrong hands, this technology makes that problem so much worse. That's why the ethics part of this is not optional. So what do we do about it? Well, here are 3 really clear, simple rules. 1. Get explicit written consent before you clone anyone's voice, period. 2. Disclose that you're using synthetic media if there's any chance it could be misleading. And 3, for any serious project, you should be looking into provenance tools, things like content credentials. They basically act like secure digital nutrition label for your media, showing who made it and what's been changed, which helps build trust. Okay, let's wrap all of this up and get to the final verdict on Vozo AI. So here are the most important things to remember. First, think of Vozo AI as a workbench, a powerful set of tools, not a magic button. Second, you have to plan on reviewing the AI's work. Third, consent and transparency, they're not optional, they're everything. And finally, if you're serious about what you're creating, you need to be thinking about disclosure and provenance. You know, I think this analogy from the source material is it's perfect. Treat Voizo AI like a super talented, incredibly fast intern. It can give you excellent work, for sure, but it absolutely still needs your direction, your feedback, and your final sign-off.
And that really leaves us with one big final thought. Tools like Vozo AI are getting us closer and closer to a world without language barriers, and that's an incredible thing to imagine. But the real question is, are we, as the people creating things, the people running businesses, and just the people watching, are we ready to do the hard work to build that world safely? That's something to think about.